Tarantula X6. Sounds spooky. Hello, today I'm here with my good friend, my best friend Jim. He's the drone engineer today, and we're going to be flying this Tarantula X6. It's a wonderful quadcopter. It's quite fast. I would suggest you don't start out with this one because it can really get, well, I should say that unless you're really good at, you know what you're doing, but this one's fast. It can get away from you in a hurry, but as you can see here. But I started out with the SEMA X5C1-1, which really is much slower, but you can maneuver it and learn all the basic skills with it. Now this one here is quite quick. It came with a landing gear of some sort, and it didn't take me long to break that by hitting it on the ground, but been trying to keep it off the ground as much as possible. I love flying this thing. It's fast. As I said, it can get away from you. Man, it goes up in a hurry. And get too high, then it can get away from you. It won't fly away. What I mean by that is if it loses the connection with the transmitter, it'll basically just tumble out of the air. But you can rebind it, maybe. Not always. If it tumbles out of the air and it's too far away, then it's wherever it lands is where it's going to land. And I've had this one land in the water, actually in the water before. But I don't like to go up real high anymore. It was a novelty. It was fun. It came with a 5 megapixel camera, this particular model. Took me about, I guess, two trips out to break that. But and I've never really tried to replace it. I'm happy with the way it runs. Now, I am going to be putting on a gimbal and a GoPro type camera on this. I've seen where it will handle it, and so it'll be a lot of fun. Just going to make some passes here to show the speed. It does have 3 speeds. I guess it would be beginner and intermediate and expert, but the fun is when you fly it in expert. Now again, when you first start out, if it's not a windy day, then flying it in the beginners and the intermediate speed is quite nice. It's not too much trouble and it works really well. But if it's windy, what's nice about it is if it does get a little windy, 5 miles an hour to say 10, this will actually handle that wind. It'll fly against it in the expert mode, so it's not one of those where it's starting to get windy, let's get out of here. You can pretty much stay with it.
Battery.
Well, the battery went out on it. It's time to change the battery out, give it to the drone engineer here and let him switch it out for me. There we go. Time to go again. The other thing this also has on it, it has a switch on the transmitter. It does have a switch for turning off the lights. I always forget to do that. I've been told that if you do, it'll, especially in the daytime, you can't see them anyway. You'll actually add time to your to the time it spends in the air, which right now it's roughly around 6 to 7 minutes, maybe a little longer. But I just flew the SEMA before I flew this one, and after you fly something that slow, then when you hook up with this one, it's kind of hard to get it going right away. But I love this flyer. It's a great flyer now. Oop. Little touch and go there. And it's big enough that you can fly it pretty much, outside of the area and still see it. Like when I'm using my SEMA, I try to stay within the boundaries of this baseball diamond. Otherwise, you can't really see it with the SJ4000 camera on my on my baseball hat. But with this one, you can. You can see it. I can fly actually the whole field, not just the diamond. If you want someone that has one that really can tell you more about it than me, I'm just starting out. I've only flown this one about maybe 4 times, but go check out online. If you want to see some more of my videos with cameras and stuff like that, you can check me out at JL Flyer on the YouTube, and you'll see some more of my stuff. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. You know, it really is. It's a lot of fun flying around. I started with airplanes. I could never fly one. I couldn't actually get it off the ground, let alone land it. And then I went to helicopters, and that wasn't smart. You know, so I spent a lot of money on those 2 things and never could do anything with them. But here, this is $65 I'm flying around. Comes with the motors, it comes with the stick, the controller, comes with everything that you need. Ready to fly, RTF as they say. Now I haven't ever had a real big problem with this. What's nice about this particular flyer is changing the motors. I had one burn out on me, and so I went ahead and changed it out. And it's really, really simple. The motor, actually, the connectors, you don't have to unsolder them. It has a little connector, and you just pop it apart, take the motor out, put a new one in, pop it back in. You're good to go. So it works really well. You'll notice that I'm having a hard time keeping it in the picture, and that's because my camera on my hat was sliding down, and I didn't notice it. So even if I looked up, it wasn't getting the whole quadcopter. I was getting more ground than sky. But it's a nice flyer, and also I was going to tell you that if you fly one, you know, if you're in an area where you can get some clouds in the sky. I'm here in Aurora, Colorado, and it's pretty. It's always pretty outside, put it that way. And there's many, many, many days of no clouds at all. But if you fly with clouds in the background, you can actually see how fast it goes, and I kind of like that. And also a cloudy day is fun to fly in too. So we'll do a little fly in here and get pretty close to the end of this run. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I really enjoy it. So if you want to check out some people online, go to Quadcopter 101. If he says it's a good flyer, I buy it, because he shows you what he's talking about, and he also, if he enjoys flying it, I'm going to enjoy it. Everything that I bought on his recommendation, and I have been very happy with the outcome. This comes with extra props. I've never broke a prop, never had to replace one. All in all, it's just a really dynamite unit. Here I'm thinking, well, let's see, we got more battery left here? No, it's dead. So it's time to pack up and get back to the house and call it a day and go over to my best friend's house here and drink some coffee and hang out. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, happy flying!